Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from Intensive Care at Home, where we provide tailor-made solutions for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies and otherwise medically complex patients by improving their quality of life, and where we also provide tailor-made solutions to hospitals and intensive care units, reducing the cost of an intensive care bed by 50% whilst providing quality care. In the last week's blog, I shared what happens if you can't come off the ventilator in intensive care. You can check out last week's episode by clicking on the link below this video. In today's blog, I want to share another case study from one of our clients. So today's case study is intensive care at home nursing services for a medically complex and ventilated toddler, making a seamless transition from hospital to home to free up hospital and intensive care beds. Let's dive right into it. Liam was born with Wiedemann-Steiner disorder and suffered from an acquired brain injury as a result of a cardiac arrest event following his 6-month vaccinations. As a result, Liam has many complex medical needs that required 24-hour specialized intensive home care nursing services when he first was discharged from a prolonged hospital and intensive care stay. Due to respiratory issues, congenital laryngomalacia, as well as sleep apnea, Liam required regular airway suctioning, and he required a CPAP mask when sleeping. Since Liam had suffered a cardiac arrest with a subsequent hypoxic brain injury, he also had regular seizure activities, adding further complications to his already medically complex situation. Without CPAP ventilation, Liam's oxygen saturation was dropping as low as 75%, potentially causing a respiratory arrest and further brain damage if close monitoring and management of such desaturation wasn't managed in a timely manner. Any desaturations also made Liam more vulnerable in order to sustain another cardiac event, including another cardiac arrest. Liam also had multiple ventricular septal defects, or known as VSDs, since he was born that didn't need any surgical interventions. He also had a PFO, also known as patent foramen ovale, with left to right shunt. Furthermore, Liam had oral aversion, failure to thrive, and therefore initially had a nasogastric tube, then a nasojejunal tube was placed until Liam underwent a fundoplication, and then a permanent PEG tube was placed as well. Liam therefore needed 24 hours and 7 days a week intensive home care nursing with a team of our dedicated ICU and pediatric ICU nurses to safely transfer Liam back into a loving home care environment instead of spending another few months in critical care due to his ventilator dependency and risk of seizure activities. Especially global or tonic-clonic seizures in combination with an already compromised airway can cause further apneic episodes, airway blockages, aspiration pneumonia that can lead to further complications such as cardiac and respiratory arrest, potentially leading to more irreversible brain damage, death, and or prolonged intensive care treatment. Given that Liam remained high risk for all of the above-mentioned medical complexities and risks, a medical recommendation was made that the only safe option for Liam to go home was with specialized intensive home care nursing, so that mechanical home ventilation as well as appropriate seizure management can be delivered when and if needed by a team of ICU and PICU nurses in order to prevent intensive care readmissions. Our service and our team of committed, highly skilled and experienced ICU and pediatric ICU nurses was selected for Liam's care due to his high medical needs and also due to our high degree of specialization and also third-party accreditation needed to provide intensive home care nursing services. Like with all of our clients, it provides a win-win situation. Liam was finally able to leave hospital and go back home to his parents, and furthermore, the cost of care from critical care or intensive care was reduced by 50%. Furthermore, by taking Liam home, a critical care bed was made available for other critically ill children in need of an intensive care bed. If you want to find out how we can help you to get your loved one out of intensive care, including palliative care or long-term acute care, or also out of a nursing home, or if you want to find that you have insufficient support for your loved one at home on a ventilator, if you want to know how to get funding for our service, or if you have any questions, please send me an email to patrick@intensivecareathome.com. Patrick, that's just with a K at the end, or call on one of the numbers on the top of the website. Also, have a look at our career section. We are currently hiring ICU and PICU nurses for clients in Melbourne and in South Gippsland, Victoria. We have also been part of the Royal Melbourne Health Accelerator program for innovative healthcare companies last year. Thank you for tuning into this week's blog. This is Patrick Hutzel from Intensive Care at Home, and I'll see you again next week in another update.